No, maybe he got into accident, he got robbed and killed, everything. Liang, the daring leader.
良爷，救我！
In the foggy ruins, I heard a voice. Sounded like a man, scared and desperate. How can I help you? I asked the man who spoke.
吃的，给我点吃的就行。
Yeah, but I need food too. So how's that?
良爷啊，我3天没吃东西了，咱都是从京城一路逃荒过来的，行好，救命！
He's on his knees, banging his head, eyes all red from hunger. I share some food with you, but not a heap. Just enough for 2 days. I reached out from the shadows and passed him the food from nowhere special. Who is this person? I couldn't rightly tell who he was by his hungry mug. Oh. The misty scene swiftly crumbled away. A new setting sprang up the ground, appearing abruptly before me. It was a rundown Asian mansion. The mansion gate lay smashed open, a courtyard strewn in broken rice jars, and the ground littered with mutilated bodies. Among these bodies were children, elderly ones, landlords, and disheveled concubines. All of them lay with their throats slit in the pool of blood, while several bandits sat in the distance. Some perched on collapsed house beams, others on makeshift chairs fashioned from corpses, laughing and chatting about the recent carnage. I recognized them. The leader of these bandits were none other than the starving man I rescued not long ago. Killed their whole family?
对啊，杀了他家快10个人吧。兄弟们抢粮又杀人，还和他的妻妾快活了一把。
Freaking disgusting.
良爷呀，我们也是被逼无奈呀。这些大户都一个样，一点同情心都没有。我们一来要粮就把门封得死死的，一颗米都不愿给。兄弟们在门边候着，他的家丁还从门里扔石头，把很多兄弟都砸得头破血流。我们呢，都是从饿死的人堆里爬出来的，再等下去也是饿死，不如抢他娘的！等我们砸烂了门，冲进了后院，好家伙，他们的粮还够吃10年，那凭什么一点都不给啊？兄弟们一下都到了气头上，就把他们一家人都屠了。人一旦见了血，根本停不下来。
Oh. If you just killed them, that'd be enough, but raping women, taking out the young and old, is that what humans do? That's downright beastly. Yeah, you're disgusting. Like bandits and like you kind of carnage them. I don't know how to explain, you're an evil person. I clenched my teeth angrily and laid in bed.
妈的，给你尊重才叫你一声爷。 你咋还当真了？就这世道，我们这些一无所有的人，若是不做恶人，而且看看你自己吧。
Hey, after I gave you a food, I laughed twice and nodded at my feet. I looked down in panic. Underneath me was a pile of dead bodies. Surrounded by the dark lake, only a few men struck out above the surface. I had no clue what lay beneath. As I stared into the dark depths below, the shape became clearer. Underneath the whole lake were women, old folks, and kids' bodies. Those near the top were swollen, blackened, limbs hanging down, faces below. Further down, some were snarling, showing monster-like fangs, trying hard to climb up. Ah! I yelled, falling back and nearly slipping off the heap of bodies.
梁，你没杀任何一个妇女和小娃子。 他们还是因你而死了呀！
The bandit leader seated on a distant pile of bodies. That's when I realized he seems to have switched his voices, changed looks. Oh, are you dreaming? First was tongues and so was his face.
梁，你也是恶人，何必在这儿假清高呢？
He's dreaming. Am I dreaming?
死吧！ 一起死！
Oof. No, please. The tongue yelled at me, then started laughing like crazy. He grabbed a dagger, stabbing himself in the neck, blood gushing out. Body exploded, broke apart, and merged with blood. Oh. The blood turned into a rushing flood with faces and the bodies appearing in it. Boom, boom, boom! A loud thundering noise erupted. A flood of blood crowded with heads rushed towards me, blocking my sight completely. The pile of bodies beneath me, the lake below, started to shake. Ugh! The pile swiftly sank and men on the surface stared at me, while women and children below lake and tied their hands trying to pull me down. No, I want to kill for food, not blood. I'm not a vampire, you know. Why are you like mad at me? Like, I'm not the one who killed all of you. The dead stared with wide eyes, twisted faces, screaming to kill me. I panicked, trying hard to escape, but there's no way out. Slowly sinking into the sea of corpses. This is like a great pillar of light. Out of nowhere, I heard a voice. It was Mansoup's voice, slicing through the air, breaking apart this blood-soaked world. Her voice turned into a beam light, racing through the pile of bodies. I reached out, grabbing the light she sent me down, and was lifted into the sky by it. Ah! I woke up in a panic from the nightmare. Mansoup was right there beside me. Oh, now we have... Look, we changed locations. We're not in the big rock anymore. Her face looks odd, a bit scared. Yes, it was just a dream.
良夜，你怎么了？
The bad dream. And you? Why do you look so scared? I asked her,
我
puzzled.
本来在睡觉，但是突然听到一些奇怪的声音，不太对劲。
Kind of sounds.
趴下来听听。
Mansu pointed down, saying to me. I leaned down, pressing my ear to the ground. Rumble, rumble. I heard a faint rumble. Sounded like a flood in my dream. In my dream, I thought it was blood. It was sound of blood, but after waking, I realized it was hoofbeats. What's that? Riders were nearby. Given the intensity, there might be dozens, maybe even hundreds of them. Not good. Wake them all up. We get to move and fast. Troubled and harassing till still dozing lamps. Oh, hi, good morning to all of you. Now we need to go. The lamps blinked, swap.
良夜，怎么了？
Just waking, Kyung-hwa tilted her head, questioning me. No time for questions, let's go. Hurriedly told Kyung-hwa, tossing yesterday's unpacked parcels into the pack horse and doing its tether. But it was probably too late. I heard hooves and yelling behind me. From up about 30 steps away, I saw shadows moving. So far off, those shadows were definitely horsemen. Like 30, maybe even 50 of them. Like, are they bad guys? I don't know about it. Hurry, I led the pack horse with the lamps trying to escape. But the figures at the distance were simply riding closer. Like, it's a horse, right? Why don't you ride a horse, all of you? Roger was talking all shanty like, threatening with arrows. I can barely hear the strings being drawn. What now? Make a run for it while you still can, or play it safe and hope for the best. Are you making me... Oh my gosh. See if they're like, have these arrows and bow in them. Should I really just run? Or should I just stop? Like, I didn't even know if they're bad guys or good guys. Why are you like running away? And also they're like have these bows on them, so I don't think I really can run, so I'll just stop. No. Can't let him shoot. Even if I'm sure enough to take the risk. But these lambs. To escape. No arrows. Spun around and yelled, making us all freeze on our tracks. Like we were stuck in a place by some magic spell. We stood rooted at the spot, even the lambs. It seems that we were stuck in a place by some magic spells. Seeing we weren't moving, the riders lowered their bows and advanced cautiously, their horses edging closer step by step. Before long, they emerged from the trees. Not just one, but a whole bunch of them, followed by others catching up. They quickly surrounded us. Many approached us, at least 20 from what I could see. The sound of hooves, footsteps, clashing weapons echoed around us, and in the distance there seems to be even more. They drew nearer. I could finally make them out. Men on horseback, dressed in rough clothes, some with red robes draped over their shoulders. Others wearing turbans. Some carried choppers, others swords, and their attires weapons varied. They didn't look friendly. Their eyes were both ignorant and fierce, and to see close and they stared us intently like we were prey. Who are they? My brain is working overtime trying to figure that out. For starters, there aren't no regular soldiers. Regular army types get a certain look. And they don't usually train like through hills like this. If they heading somewhere official, they stick to the main roads. So are they bandits then? Doesn't make sense. Traveled this road from Shanxi to Jizu before. Never heard of any big camps in these hills. Even if there were, they wouldn't have this many mounted persons. Bandits are usually broke and only a few get horses. Ken seems to coming from the camp with hundreds of men. And something's up? Why would this person be riding horses in the mountains? Sure, it's a bit flatter here, but no steep slopes. Could you maybe ride a horse? Why bother?
梁爷，他们是反军。
Rebels? Do you mean rebels? Just as I was puzzled, Mansup suddenly spoke up. How do you even know that they're rebels? How do you get these informations? How do you know much more about me? She brought me back to reality. Yeah, these folks shouldn't look like rebels. In the last 10 years, they've been non-stop disasters all around, so things aren't as peaceful as they used to be. Many persons on the brink of starving banded together, trying to thieving to survive, and those thieving gangs joined up to form rebel groups. Rebels riding through the mountains aren't too surprising. This bunch might be scouting party, checking things out before the main force move in. But I've only heard rebels in Shanxi, so what are they doing in here in Jin? The fella from earlier had Shanxi Tuang in his talk, so could they really be from up north? Oh, hi! Hi, Rebel A, how are you? You look so good. The rebel lead the rope. Hope off his horse, sizing me up. The rest of the rebels encircle us, blocking any way out. Shanzu. I replied calmly, showing no fear. Taking them to Jizu.
他们是你的娃，还是说你是扔鸭子了？
Stayed quiet, feeling lost of words. Well, I can't say Kim, but I'm not a human trafficker anymore. People change, you know? People change along their journey. I felt lost for words. Honestly, it's tough to explain my connection with the slums right now. I started as their guardian, but when I couldn't bear to leave them in a bad situation, I took matters into my own hands, even if it meant going against my former partner. In that case, so I guess you could still call me a human trafficker. Oh, what did I say? I'm sorry. So I guess, it's just that. The rebel leader stared at me in silence. His angry eyes seems to confirm I was a human trafficker. If only Aitan was here right now. Tang is still a spinning lie with a good enough story. Maybe we could talk our way out of this. Just be honest, dude. Just be honest that you've changed. You're a grown man. You've changed as a person. But Tang maybe couldn't talk our way out of before this crowd closed in.
林爷，他不是人牙子，我们是一个戏班子，大伙唱影子戏的。梁爷是我们的老师，要送我们去亥州的张老爷那里唱戏。
Thank you, Mansup. Just when I was unsure what to say, Mansup spoke up. He seemingly took over Tang's role. This time she's pulling a similar trick to last time with the soldiers. Only this time she didn't have to act like a mute. But dashed at the militia, while talking, showing them wooden crates on the back horse. The rebel on the horseback glared at her, but she didn't back
不用给
down.
老子看，老子也不知道啥是影子戏了。再难的不是扔鸭子就好。我平生第一很狗地主，第二很狗贪官，第三就是很扔鸭子。
Well, it's a good thing I'm not any of three of those, right? So you don't hate me at all?
但凡你是这三者之一，我都要砍了你的头，扒了你的皮。
I'm not one of those. The soldier grumbled out his words, blunt, saying whatever on his mind. Can we leave yet? Bandit Rebel A? I asked calmly, preparing to take a ship and
哎，
go.
不行，
He lifted his sword, blocking our way.
按照军规，我们行军要是被人看见了，都不能轻易的放走。
Okay, we'll join you. We'll join the rebel army, okay?
先跟我们走一趟，我们让大哥来决断一下了。
Okay. The rebel gruffly told me off, his haughty demeanor rubbing me off the wrong way. Other rebels around us gave us fierce looks. As if I tried to take yours and leave, they'll kill us on the spot. Yeah, because why are you hurrying up? Like, let them leave, not you first. Compared to the regular soldiers, these guys might lack the cunning. But they're dumber and rougher. Going with them where would that lead us? If I just run off, they'll probably shot us with an arrows, and like as he says that we're already surrounded, so there's no escape on that. So that is, I think, is a good way to deal with them. I didn't pull out my sword against those rebels. There were too many of them, and I knew I couldn't win. I was about to throw my life away. So like the rest of the lambs, they tied us up and marched up to the main forest. I never liked the rebels much. Most of them were starving peoples from up north in Shanxi. Last few years, they've been hit hard by one disasters after another. Droughts, floods, and locusts. The emperor promised relief funds, but it all got pocketed by officials and landlords, left the regular people with nothing. So they turned to rebels to avoid starving. I heard them rebels aren't no better than bandits. They go around burning, looting, and killing, sometimes even worse than the official soldiers and bandits. If we were to compare using animals, I'd be a lone wolf, and they'd be a pack of wild dogs. Now I'm under their roof. Seems like these rebels really dislike my kind. I'll have to learn from tongue and man's way. Can't afford to be too brash when talking to them. Yeah, like, be a smooth talker. Lost in thinking about them rebels, I walked with them for about 2 hours. When I came to, we were out in the mountains in a village. Seems like a small one on Jin's southern border. Never been here before, don't know where it is. Where are we? I asked the rebel leading
李家
us.
聪，
Lija village, he told me the place name. Where are we headed now?
我带你们去见我大哥。
Okay, the rebel replied to me. At the same time, he led me to Ligia village. The village didn't look rich and there were few persons around. However, it seems that the village hadn't been hit hard with disasters and the crops weren't too bad, unlike the hellish scene in Stream village. I noticed the rebels talking to the villagers. Some of them were holding hoes, while others carrying fertilizing buckets. They were moving around in the fields, seeming to be working. Huh? That's weird. Could it be that these rebels are also helping the villagers with their work? It is.
我马上带
Maybe.
你们见大哥，说话都跟我恭敬点，知道啊？不然小心你们就没命了。
I will try to, okay. The rebel warned us, then took us across the farm to a big house. The house was bigger than the other village, with well out front. Yeah, I think they're more of a good guys. I mean, comparing to the official soldiers that we encountered earlier. It seems like we're a respected village elder would live. Guided by the rebel, we walked toward the house and first saw red flags stuck in the ground, then heard the rebel leader
老
speaking.
梅，你姓李，我也姓李，你看，这是咱俩的缘分嘛。
What?
俺这些伙计都不是啥坏人，大家本都是纯良的百姓，只是叫狗官逼上绝路罢了。
See, that's what I thought.
创的。
You're Lee, who's Lee? Everybody's Lee.
等一声儿，我给你去牛棚下牛。我呀，原来是在驿站当差的，最懂出生了。
行，小李啊，我看你确实不像土匪。你们不伤我们性命，不拿我们钱财，那想留就留吧。啊，要粮我们也能分些。
Are they talking to me or are they talking to each other?
只是我担心啊，到时候上面的人查过来要降罪我们，那该如何是好啊？
哎，好说呀。等官兵来了，你就说，我把刀架到你脖子上，逼着你收留俺们2天。你就说，俺都是哈怂，俺生了锅饿急了，要是叫俺们饿了肚子，村民就要被吃了。
That's a good plan. Oh, yes. The old man sighed while the young man was chatting with him. The young man wore a felt hat and blue upper garment. He seems to be in his prime, with his prominent cheekbones, sunken eyes, a straight nose, and eyebrows that resembled those of an eagle. His face wasn't handsome, but it gave him a sharp and capable vibe. He was the leader of this band of
大哥
rebels.
咋了？
Yeah, but like, you know, the way he looks doesn't really connected with his voice. I don't know.
我给你报件事。早上巡山时，我们看到有一绿烟，起初以为是官兵，凑近才发觉不是。山里的人是他们，一个男的带着4个女娃，我看着像人牙子。
Oh. The leader scanned me and the girls with his eagle-like eyes. Finally, he locked eyes with me and returned his gaze. I met his stare with confidence, trying to match his aura without backing down.
伙计，你从哪打来的？
Oh, we're buddy. Okay, that's fine. Shanzhou.
山地的人不？
Yeah. Nope, born from elsewhere.
多大？
You're just 26? I thought you were like 30 plus already.
那挺巧的嘛，跟我一个年龄，真是天大的缘分。
Oh, hey, now we're really buddies, huh? He grinned, his tense expression easing up. The rebel leader sure likes finding common grounds with others. But I reckon he's just using the trick to get close. By the looks of him, don't seem like we're the same age.
哎，伙计，你到底是不是人家子？
As I mulled over his age, he hit me with another question. No way. Guess I'll have to stick to the story Mansop spun earlier. We aren't human traffickers. We're a theater troupe taking these girls to Jesus to perform.
啥戏？
Shadow play.
影子戏，那我可喜欢了。哎，你们演的东西有吗？
Get it all. Everything is on the back horse. The leader took a moment to think after that. He gave me a look, then checked out the other
女
girls.
娃们，这伙计没骗我吧？
梁爷没骗你。没骗你。没骗。
The lambs were all helping with the lie, but except for Mansup, who was quite skilled, the other 3 lambs seems a bit awkward. Didn't feel like we could keep up the act much longer. What now?
乖了，真乖了。
The leader frowned as he glanced at the
我
lambs.
见的人多了，戏班子也见过，绝对不是你家这样的。伙计，你这模样，身子骨硬朗，目露凶光，我一眼就看出来。
Why not
你
just
饿死的。
like tell him the truth that you rescued them from human traffickers and like you are there to set them free? Isn't that the best possible reason? And you're not even lying, you're just telling the truth, right? But not the whole truth. Is it lying still?
可为啥这些小娃个个都替你扯谎了？啊？
Just tell him the truth that you've rescued them and you're planning to set them free. The leader furrowed his brow in confusion and asked. He hushed sharp
大
eyes.
哥，他们的话一听就像是憋的，哪怕我脑子不聪明都信不得了。他就是人鸭子，女娃娃被他骗了。哎，我们快活剐了他！
Oh, I love this guy. The rebel who brought us here seems to have also figured out that we weren't a theater troupe. He angrily drew his sword, ready to attack us.
比赛，
The rebel leader bellowed angrily, stopping his men abruptly.
又决断了，急从一急。伙计，实话说吧，我不在乎你是戏班子还是人伢子。
The rebel leader glanced at me and spoke directly to me.
俺的粮有限，不能带太多人。这是军队在秘密行军，你们遇到俺们是不能轻易放你们走的，不能这样吧，简单处理。你跟俺的人比试一下， 赢了，我就收你在军中打仗；输了，我就把你们都杀了。
Come and join us. I'm going to join your rebel group. The rebel leader shot me a sharp look, offering a blunt and deadly suggestion. A showdown? What's he thinking? I look handy enough to take on his men? Sounds reasonable. If I win, it shows I'm valuable to him and he'd rather recruit me than kill me. Seems like a safe bet. What about the lambs? Should I try negotiating with him again or just agree to the showdown? Yeah, I just agreed to the showdown, but of course, we're going to save here because we might die at the showdown. You'll never know when you die in these games, just to be sure about it.